all sitting here shooting the shit.
What up, man? I'm here, your host, DJ Deuce. I'm here shooting the shit with my boy here, Los. And we have a special guest here, Mr. Lucky Lou. What up, Lucky?
What up, Deuce?
Not bad, not bad. How's your week so far, my brother?
Rough week, man.
Rough week?
Rough
One of those?
Yes, lots of work, lots going on.
That's good.
You know,
Being good. Being busy is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Being good. Have you heard the last podcast?
I did,
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I liked it.
I appreciate it.
I liked the topics. Very
Appreciate it. Well, before we got started today, me and you had a bit of a situation, argument about, not the GOAT, but you mentioned something about someone should be probably mentioned
good. In the conversation.
in the conversation,
Yes.
where I kind of gave you that stank eye, and I kind of disagree.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that, but
That's not fun, but go ahead.
we have to mention Kobe Bryant.
All right. So he's mentioning Kobe Bryant. So explain to everyone that how did this conversation get started before?
Between us?
Yeah. Before we got started, well, what would you say to me and Los over here?
Who's the GOAT?
Who's the GOAT?
Who's the
Who's
goat?
the
And you said we have no arguments there.
Right.
And then I said, yeah, you're right. And then you said, where I looked at you kind of stanky, is why is Kobe Bryant not mentioned as the GOAT?
When we talk about the GOAT.
All right.
Yes.
Carlos, should he be mentioned?
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
I think for sure he should. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron is way last though.
You're looking at three. He's third on that three list.
Out of those three,
Jesus
LeBron
Christ!
has
So
nothing.
we're not mentioning Bird.
Well, no, there's still Jabbar, Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem
And there's
Abdul-Jabbar
Malone.
gets dissed. Yes, he absolutely gets dissed every single time, and it sucks because you have the championships there, you have the all-time point scorer, and poor dude never gets fucking mentioned. Never gets mentioned, and it kills me. Don't get me wrong. Are we biased? Did we not watch him play? It happens. But also, I've heard that Kobe Bryant might be the best Laker of all time. And I know some Laker fans, old school Laker fans, they cringe, Jerry West, and then you
Right.
got Magic Johnson, you know what I mean? And again, stats and championships, equal out. I totally get that.
Yeah, but those teams were more stacked with more players.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, that's a big knock on Magic Johnson.
On Magic Johnson?
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay. And Kareem.
But Magic only brought one championship.
What? 5.
But it was his team for one.
By himself, right? He
Well,
had a
it
lot
was
of.
the end of Jabbar's.
Oh, when he played all 5 positions, started at the center. Do you remember that one game? That when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was injured, and Magic Johnson actually
No, I
started
didn't
as
hear that.
You didn't hear about that one?
No.
If you ever watched the documentary on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's pretty cool. You give Magic. I know we're a little young there, but you give Magic that nod. That wow. Okay, you
Right.
actually are probably as good as what everyone else is.
You know what? I was impressed. I've always heard about Magic Johnson.
Yes.
Growing up, you hear about him. He's a great player. But I actually watched some of his games, and like we mentioned before, the passes he made were so impressive.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous, right?
Ridiculous.
Like entertaining. I loved it.
Okay, I've come to the conclusion it's because in the late 80s, early 90s, when we start watching it, NBA on NBC, remember that?
Yes.
There was so much talent and ridiculousness then that it was just, his shit was literally for me, he just passing the goddamn ball. And then when I rewatched his goddamn shit, who could run full tilt, look absolutely right, chuck a perfect pass left, fake me, and I'm watching it on TV.
Right. And he's
I'm-
6'9".
And the dude is as fast as anyone else, and I'm like, goddamn. So we did get a bit spoiled. We got to see some of the best athletes of all time. But at the end of the day, Kobe's 3 or third out of the 3 players.
That's on your list.
Your list.
Kobe's like 8th on mine. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with the 3 players here. I'm just putting him on the ranking of the 3 players you gave me. He's like 8th. I put Shaq over him.
no,
You guys don't put Shaq over him?
no.
Over Kobe?
You understand that Kobe is 4th in scoring all time. Is that not what we checked? 4th?
He's third.
Oh, he's third. Okay, he's third.
Yes.
Okay, and impressive. Absolutely fucking impressive. Third. We're talking about we can name the 50 greatest players. He's third all time. I get it. But it's hard for me to say, he also came straight out of the NBA. This guy's, his point tally started at 7 goddamn 18 years old.
See, I think Kobe was lucky to have Shaquille O'Neal in his early years.
So was Dwayne Wade too, right?
Right? No, but
Uh,
he really helped Kobe
Absolutely.
develop into the player he became.
Absolutely.
Right? But I think Shaq also benefited from having Kobe because it took the pressure off of him. It took the game plan of the other team.
True.
Not to be totally on Shaq.
I would have still
They had
loved.
to also watch out for Kobe.
Now, hold on. Kobe did win 2 championships without Shaq.
Right.
Whoa, and it took also a big center like Paul Gasol to
Yes.
And what's he Gasol doing now?
still playing in the NBA.
Being released every 2 minutes against every other team?
That's today. But when he went to the Lakers, dude, this guy's phenomenal, eh, bro? Paul Gasol.
I'm not saying, but he's not.
Your argument could have been like
he's
he
not
won.
a Shaq. He's not a Shaq.
No, he's phenomenal. Trust me, he's a great center. Trust me.
He
and-
could probably throw. He could probably hit the line a
you
little
know,
bit better.
And then they have crazy Ron Art. Metal War Peace. He reminds me of someone I play basketball
What
with.
happened to him? Why did he change his name? What was that all about?
Well, when you jump into the crowd and you give someone a couple shots of the face, you kind of have to change your identity a little bit, right? So you got to go extreme, like meta world peace, like not like, yo, I'm going to punch you in the face. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he kind of went that route. Now, asking you guys,
Yes.
what does it take for LeBron James to take over the Jordan scenario? Number one, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. What does it take?
I think it's too late. I don't think
I
he
agree.
will.
I agree.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Why do I think Jordan is the undisputed GOAT?
Yeah.
I think is 2 main reasons. Okay. One main reason is, people knocked Jordan for the first 7 years that he didn't achieve anything. He got first round, got knocked out.
True
Didn't do
enough,
anything for
true enough,
7 years.
true enough.
Right. So a lot of these critics of Michael Jordan say, well, everyone forgets about those years.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? But when he got it, when he got his game down, when
Yeah.
he always found a way, right?
Even with the Wizards.
Always. Well, Wizards, he was 40 years old. I mean, that's the end of his career.
This guy's mic should be shut the fuck off now after that comment. But go ahead.
You can't count those years.
Did
But
you
once
know?
he got it,
Well, hold
But
on,
you
hold
did
on,
not
hold
win
on,
with
hold on.
them.
Okay, you're right. You know what? When he still averaged, I think it was 23 points. Check if you want. Over 23 points a
All-Star
game.
games, yeah.
All-Star game. Still, even playing like garbage with the Wizards, technically on a Jordan level, not on an NBA level. Still number one all time in points per game. If you took away that one season, that points per game would have even been even higher.
Points per game.
Points
Points
per
per
game.
game. He's tied with Wilt Chamberlain
With a shitty season in the Wizards.
Right.
with 2 shitty seasons in the Wizard.
And he's what? He is,
He has.
and he's 5th all time in scoring
Yeah, he has.
with 2 majority years gone.
per game, 30.1.
And then, but there was that one year at the Wizards where you said, he didn't win the Wizards. God damn! If this was a wireless mic, you'd be hearing a tunk right now, guys. I swear to God. You know?
No. So, look, Michael Jordan got it right, never stopped.
Okay.
Yes, people say he had great players around him. Well, those players wanted to stick with him. They knew their roles. They knew what they had to do. They knew it was Jordan's team. He just did everything great.
To win.
To win. Great
It's
teammate,
always teams. It's always
great to
teams.
win.
Always.
Practice. He just was great and never stopped.
Now, okay, I'm just trying to understand because I am absolutely not a LeBron James fan,
I don't like his attitude.
and I have no fucking idea why.
So, hold on. Let me answer that question. To me, Jordan, basically, he made the sport. He made everybody.
He made it
watch
exciting.
with
Yeah.
the glamours, the dunks, the
Absolutely.
dunk competitions. He also changed it with the endorsement deals with Nike and commercials.
So he made it cool. He made the NBA fucking cool.
Pretty much. But to me, LeBron will never touch Jordan unless he gets those 6.
6 rings still?
championships. And he first needs to get with 5.
Okay, I'm gonna me personally.
But again, you got Kareem, Wilt, that they have more championships than Jordan.
Bill Russell has like fucking 9
Russell
or
has
something like that.
11 trips to the finals.
Dude
9,
doesn't get mentioned at all.
Yeah,
Like
but Jordan was 6-0.
6-0.
that's big. It's humongous.
Yes.
6-0.
6-0.
Yeah, like LeBron James to me is the Buffalo Bills of the
And
90s.
actually could have been 8-0 if he wouldn't have retired.
See,
for
me
those
and Karim
2
talked
years.
about that a couple of days ago.
Against Houston Rockets, man, that would have been a tough one. For
God damn, would I have loved to watch that.
No.
Olajuwon. They had no one to cover.
You tell me
Olajuwon.
Luke Longley would have covered the fucking Olajuwon? Luke
They
Longley.
would have changed it. See, to me, again, Jordan also made the players around him better. He wasn't a selfish player. And I'm sorry,
Who?
not Jordan?
Michael Jordan was not a selfish player?
No, like
Who?
he
This guy's been
he
watching.
was selfish.
Majority of the time, he was very selfish.
He was selfish, but yeah, he could get like every other team. He is the star, but he had like people like Karma saying that they knew the rules.
They knew their roles. I get it. But at the end of the day, like LeBron James, for me, he pulled the most coward move of all times. Going to Miami, and I'm bringing Chris Bosh, and we're gonna. And I was like, if you're that good, just stay in Cleveland. And then we have friends of ours that go, oh, he couldn't have won with the Cleveland team.
But hold on, he went to the championship and he gave up on the Cleveland.
Well, I'm just,
I was gonna say Browns, but Cavaliers.
At the time, it's technically a Cleveland Brown type of team, anyways. But what it is with that team, it's unfortunate. The way I look at it is, dude, if I'm 100% right, they finished number 1 overall. So don't tell me you ain't winning games. You are a few pieces from winning games. Unfortunately, you got to play the fucking San Antonio Spurs. Trust me, the whole Eastern Conference team is not really big fans of the fucking of playing in San Antonio. I get it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But as soon as he went down to Miami, I went, ugh.
Well, it was a whole announcement that made everybody go, ugh.
It didn't bother me that he went down south. Yes, it wasn't the way a great player should do it.
Well, we've
but
never
he did
learned.
it, but he did it.
Reggie Miller stayed with Indiana. Patrick
Yes.
Ewing stayed with
Yes.
New York.
Yes.
Like these great, we never understood when you're the shittier players around you dip. I've never saw the star. And don't get me wrong, Karl Malone and Gary Payton didn't try to go win a championship in LA. But dude, we're looking at technically their last season.
Right.
It's one of those they win a championship. It's a pat on the back just for career wise, not because they're champions. It was just thanks for putting the effort in. Dude, Prime, you're supposed to be the man, the face of the NBA, and you're like, I can't do it by myself. I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah. No, I agree with you that I think it was the wrong move to make, but he did it right. Now he did it.
Yeah.
The GOAT. Okay, if a GOAT does something like that, they're gonna go there. They're gonna be champions. They're gonna be consistent. They're gonna win all the time, right? Got to a point where they felt that players didn't want to play with them anymore. It started breaking out, right? Mm-hmm. So then he moved on back to Cleveland.
Why did he go back to Cleveland? Because he saw another superstar.
I think that was a business move.
I really think he saw a superstar that he played in the NBA All-Star with.
Right.
In Irving.
Yeah, but then Irving didn't want to play with him anymore and
Who the
left.
hell? Yeah, no one wants to play with him, dude.
Nobody wants to play with him.
Nobody.
Surprised Ball wants to still be there.
Oh, it's because
That's a disaster.
well, Alonzo Ball can't go anywhere because they're like, dude, can you leave your dad at home?
That guy's funny.
And you know what? Watching this, the Lakers were pretty exciting last year, man. You saw those young kids play, and you were just like, man, this is good. And then they're like, we're gonna get LeBron James, and I was like, oh, for Jesus Christ, he's hopping on this stupid wagon. But it doesn't matter. He goes down there, dude. Their record, I think, if I'm right, it's shittier than it was right now last year.
Yeah, but he went there to make connections in the movie industries.
No, we get it. We get it. You won a couple championships. I get it. But you want to put yourself a legacy. He mentioned he was the GOAT.
That's another problem.
He mentioned it, not me. He mentioned it. He went on TV trying to tell me he was the best player ever.
Right, and he actually pinpoint the time that he thought
That's
that's
right.
when he became the GOAT.
That's
he
right.
said when he won that championship with Cleveland against Golden State.
And dude, if you
he
would have
said
shut his
that's
mouth,
the
dude,
point.
it's 100%. It was a great performance on his.
It was
Great
You don't
performance.
say it. Let others say it. For you.
You know what? And he's not even
He's
one of
not
the.
humble.
He isn't. But he's not. He's one of those guys I'm not dogging neither, though. I'm dogging like guys like Kevin fucking Durant. I think he's the greatest scorer in the NBA today. He can't be 7 feet and playing like that's ridiculous.
Right.
But what a fucking coward for going to Golden State, dude. I was so disgusted. You're one game away with Oklahoma to go to the NBA Finals. One game away. And you go to the team that beat you? You're
Absolutely.
a coward.
I think if he wants to get in that conversation about GOAT or being
He's
one of
out.
the greatest
He's done.
players, he's got to go to New York Knicks and win 2-3 championships.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has to do that.
Winning one in New York will get you some big brownie points because that fucking disaster of an organization. Bro,
Absolutely.
That team has stunk since the Patrick Ewing and John Starks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, Latrell Sprewell.
Right.
That team just fucking stinks.
See, and that's another thing about Michael Jordan, how many great players that he stopped from getting championships.
And we're not talking about we're talking like great.
Right. Karl Malone's second all-time in scoring.
Dude, we're talking about Sean Kemp in his goddamn prime.
Absolutely. With
Gary Payton in his prime.
Yes. Barkley never got
Detlef
that
Schrempf.
champion.
Dude, he did the whole. He demolished Shaq and Penny and those
Mm-hmm.
guys. Like, dude, I was
Clyde Drexler.
when I was young, the Jordan wagon was fucking enormous.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved. It was enormous. When I saw Penny Hardaway play, I was like, yes, I'm hopping on this motherfucking train. I'm gonna be on the next Jordan. He had the skills. Unfortunately, got injured. Growing up, you notice he'll never would have been. But I always looked for that next guy. And one of the next guys I got from him was Vince Carter for us. I was like, yes, we got the Canadian Jordan.
Air
And he's
Canada.
a fucking piece of shit. Doesn't want to play with
He had all the athleticism. He had all the skills, everything. He was missing the attitude.
The worst attitude. He did not want. He went over to play for the New Jersey Nets, which would be the
Brooklyn
Brooklyn Nets now, and didn't give a shit if they won or lost because they were throwing the camera on Jefferson and Jason Kidd. But here in Canada, in Toronto, you know, being the man of a whole country, literally, not a city, a whole country was on his back, and when something went down, he just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think if Toronto would have kept McGrady and Carter, they could have done something.
And Damon Stoudemire and Chris Bosh.
You know what? McGrady was another badass, though. Poor guy. His injuries, I think, just took him out.
Well, I think the Orlando Magic are the reason why he got injured because they ran him to the goddamn
They
ground,
did.
bro. They
I
literally,
actually went to go watch him play in Toronto,
yeah,
and I shit you not, it was the Toronto Raptors versus Tracy McGrady.
of course.
Toronto would take 24 seconds off the clock to
Yeah.
score a point. McGrady would get the ball, come down, pop,
the
pop
dude,
a shot,
the dude,
come back the other way. Every play.
he's
It
that,
was amazing.
he's that good. I've
He
watched.
is amazing.
He's a host on The Jump. I don't know
Right.
if you get to watch
Yes,
the show.
I've
He's on
seen
The Jump, and one time Vince Carter was there, and they were telling Vince, "Yo, once you retire, you can work next to me here on The Jump."
Right.
And Vince like, maybe another year. And Tracy looks at him and goes, "How? How?" The guy's like, "Well, you can't play." He's like, "I can't even get out of bed." Like he's so abused. The Orlando Magic ran this dude to the ground. He had a few good years left in Houston. A few good years. It would suck to be the leading scorer in the NBA and be one of the worst teams.
Right.
Like that must just crush you. That must just like
How the is that possible?
what's that? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the top scoring leaders of all time, and Carmelo Anthony's number 19.
I saw that.
Oh, that's not.
He's beating Vince Carter.
And he's been playing less years. I know.
The guy pops 30 points a game, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know.
24
I
on
think
average.
he's the most overrated human
Right.
being.
He was such there was such high hopes for him. He took
The Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
They won it, right? The
Yeah.
Final Four.
You did.
But
You know.
as a freshman,
Yeah, I know.
he was a freshman,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. 1 year, popped out right to the NBA. Did well for Denver. Did really, really well for Denver. Has absolutely no defense. Slowed the hell down. I have to keep hearing from the basketball analysts that he has the best ISO game in the NBA.
Right.
And in the last 3 years, I would watch him. And I don't know if you consider an ISO game standing there, moving the ball from left to right, and popping a shot that misses. Sorry, that's not a good ISO game. ISO game's James Harden. That guy's isolation. That's ridiculous. That's the best ISO game I ever saw in my entire life. But you ain't playing defense. You ain't worth shit to me. You put up 30 and you let 30. You're at 0 for me. Your game's is 0.
And that's a big knock today on LeBron James is his defense.
Oh, his defense is horrible.
I
Right.
don't think
You
he
wanna
can
be-
bet-
you wanna
I
be the
don't think-
GOAT?
I don't think he could go for a steal or anything like that. He just can't get down to swat for that ball.
I
So
think
you
it's
tell me-
become too much of a business.
He doesn't even get in the way. What do you mean, Carlos?
No, right.
I play ball. You know what my steal counts as? 0. But you know what? I'm going to stand in your goddamn way a little bit. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck, he's over there. He's cutting through the lane. I'll look left while he goes right, and I'll just get the ball back. And that's even LeBron now trying. He's 6'8". He's a tank. We get it. You know, we should be doing what he's doing with his size and weight and everything else. But even Jordan had more go and give at the age of 40 playing for fucking for the Wizards.
Oh, you still saw the magic.
You still see it at the age of 50.
Saw
You ever catch a few videos of him when he plays with the youngins? He has that.
Crushes them.
He has that like I don't give a fuck like, and I love that. I love that. Like I don't.
Smack talking.
I don't give a fuck. LeBron ain't doing that. LeBron ain't doing that now.
No, and here's the thing, right? I'm still looking at these stats, and LeBron has played over 100 games more than Jordan.
To surpass him lately, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, 100 more games.
It's like I'll give you an example. Okay, we always have this. The stats will always be involved in any argument in life. It is a fact. Someone could come to me and say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not the best player ever because he's number one, and it's hard to argue it. It's a stat. But I always bring back hockey for this to defend myself. Best player in the world ever of all time.
Mario Lemieux.
Wayne Gretzky.
Mario Lemieux.
Yeah. Okay. So keep saying that. Anyways, number 2 would be Mario Lemieux.
Bobby Orr.
But number 2 in stats is actually Mark Messier.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you know how
but
many?
he played a lot.
A billion games.
Right. Yes.
That's where people have to stop looking at points and start breaking down. Hey, trust me, man. If I can have you for 20 some years, amazing investment. But you can't tell me because you're that high up in points that you're better than some of the players per game. You know, per game at the end of the day is what they did each and every game as an average.
Yeah, but outside of Edmonton, what did Gretzky do?
Hey, he went to the finals with LA Kings.
Okay, then what? Where did he go with St. Louis?
He's
Not
got,
even the
he's got
conference.
stats that people
Saint-
cannot touch.
What
You know
St.
that?
Louis. If you remembered,
It was a half a year.
no,
Or-
I dude, I remember because we had a hockey pool that year. Grant Fuhr
That's my boy.
got in. No, he got injured.
That's my boy.
He got injured,
You know what?
and John Casey was the
A
backup.
little bit of Barik will fix all that
Yeah,
up.
yeah. But John Casey was the backup. And I'll never forget, it was a Steve Eiserman shot over the blue line, over boom, boom. St. Louis is gone. But yeah, I see what you're trying to say. But you're also talking about Mario Lemieux played with, let's think about it, Paul Coffey. He also played with Jaromir Jagr. He also played with Ron Francis. By the way, that 1 year, they finished 1, 2, and 4th in scoring.
Second year.
I said that 1 year. If you stop looking at the computer and pay attention to us, that 1 year. He played with great players. Points per game. Look at points per game. Lemieux's close, but he ain't there. You're right. This guy that's 92 goals in a season.
Untouchable. There is no players that are going to reach his stats, his records.
Yeah, Lemieux came in. He played half a season and got 162 points or something like that.
Absolutely right. That's what makes him number 2, Carlos.
To me, he's number 1.
All right, and LeBron James must be 1 to you too then.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
So yeah, going back to that. So Jordan,
Greatest
he
of all
had,
time.
he had the mentality that I'm going to win. He's a killer. He destroyed all his competition. Nobody shut him down. Nobody stopped him.
Yeah.
LeBron, you can't say that for him, right? LeBron's been stopped. He just got. Did you see that stuff?
Yes, I did.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I did.
The guy looked like you, actually.
Go to
Carlos.
hell.
Who was it? Look up his name, okay? I think he's a Spanish guy.
Yeah, with turf hair.
Yeah, he not just blocked the shot.
And
he
for game
palmed-
winning, too, right?
He palmed the whole ball down.
Game winning.
Game-winning shot.
Yeah. But did you ever watch this guy in the fourth quarter shoot free throws?
Oh, he's terrible.
They're misses.
Yes.
They're misses.
I don't understand that. He chucks up these threes.
If I was
Unbelievable.
if I was a GM, he'd be playing from first to third and then bench him for the rest.
Right.
Fuck it,
why-
you're not gonna get defense or offense out of him.
Absolutely.
That's why they cut him down in minutes.
Why do you think me
And then he's gonna
and
sit at the
Lucky
end of
over
the
here? Me
bench.
and Lucky over here. I remember watching this guy play, and we love playing ball, and we're like, this guy should be shooting 100 fucking free throws a game. He should drive every time. Either
Absolutely.
he scores or he gets fouled.
Right.
There's
Take
no other-
over the game.
That's it. Every play. Slow that thing right down. Drive. They let you by, or you're automatically gonna get fouled. This guy plays like he's a $110 and doesn't want to get in the lane.
Right.
And why is he not posting up more? That guy's a tank, bro.
I think he's now looking at the game of ball as a business.
Yeah, whatever.
And
Maybe
his body
you know what?
is his vehicle,
At the end of the day, he might be right.
and he's got to appreciate it. And he
might be
can't.
right.
He can't.
But see, at the end of the day, we're gonna look at again generations. So we're gonna have the Wilt Chamberlain, and then we're gonna have the Kareem Abdul. We're gonna have the Bird and Barkley. Bird and Magic, and then it's gonna be the Jordan, and then there'll be a Kobe.
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 But that's
Kobe.
That's the whole generation thing. You cannot try and convince me that a 15-year-old kid right now is not telling me that that guy's better than Michael Jordan. He's going to say he is.
Probably.
He is.
Yes.
It's our generation that somehow won't let it go.
Right. Well, I think we have a good reason why.
I think we do have a good reason. You're right.
Right?
It's not
I
only
told
our
you.
generation.
I think to be the GOAT, you've had to be the greatest and stayed consistently the greatest, right? Throughout your career. Once you got it, you stayed at the top.
Okay, now I'll tell you why. This was a big argument I had with people of why I think he's not the greatest. LeBron James, by the way. The game is just so soft. It's so soft. Bro.
Absolutely.
You're telling me if LeBron James played against the Detroit Pistons that 1 year, he would have went and cried to the commissioner and would have lost his shit.
Absolutely.
The Detroit Pistons beat the living shit out of Michael Jordan to win that one championship. Beat the shit out of him.
It was 2 years in a row, actually.
And
they
actually,
stopped
Michael
him.
said that the Detroit
that was
Pistons
the hardest team.
admitted that the Detroit Pistons was the worst thing we ever did to him. Because supposedly Michael went to the gym the next day and said, "This will never happen again."
And what happened in 91?
Destroyed them.
They swept them,
Destroyed them.
killed them. They in game 4,
Destroyed.
they walked off the floor. The Detroit Pistons walked off the floor before the game was over.
That's right.
Because they were embarrassed.
Destroyed. But that's the point.
See, that's the thing. He killed them off. They
But
never
see,
came back.
The reason why I love Kobe, as much as I don't think he's the greatest player, he was one of the first players in a long time that I saw that in his eye.
Right, the killer.
I was like,
the
holy
killer
f-
instinct.
No, but he always wanted to top Jordan.
He did.
Absolutely.
He wanted to top Jordan, and he
And
emulated.
he is kind of a baby Jordan, right?
Oh,
he
absolutely.
resembles
Hands down.
He resembles in
The
everything
height's
in
the
the
same. The
shots.
position's almost the same. It's pretty ridiculous.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken,
I think the worst thing that ever happened to him is he went down to Europe and lived there for a bit, right, Carm?
Yes. My Italian brother.
he was what? He was a left-handed. He should be shooting left. He learned how to shoot right, just so he,
He was
could be.
intense. He was very
That's in that
intense.
But
81 against
LeBron-
Toronto.
LeBron
Jesus.
does not have that.
No,
Doesn't.
his athletic ability is getting him where he is. If he
Absolutely.
had a killer instinct, this guy, if Jordan morphed into this guy's body, holy fuck.
Right.
Yeah, but again,
and again, guys, he's played, is it 16th season right now or 14th?
he
that's a
started
lot of miles.
in 2003.
That's a lot of miles,
He's
right?
he's slowing down. We see it.
Playoffs every year.
every year to
to
the
the
finals,
finals, right?
Yeah, an extra shitload of games. Yeah.
So he's exhausted. His body's
It's
taking
gotta
a
be.
beating,
It's gotta be.
right?
Because
It's too late. That's why going back to saying, do you think he'll pass him? I think it's too late.
it's only going to go lower from this point on.
Unless he wins 4 championships in a row or something like that, 3 in a row, and he retires at the top, then I might say, hey,
Yeah, but no, you're not
More
going to
of a
say that because you'll
conversation.
see an Anthony Davis and somebody else go there, and he's going to be the third leading scorer on that team, and they're going to win. And then
Possibly.
we're not going to say that he's the man because of that. He's going to get a knock from this point on. I just personally think that he's,
Well, I
he's a
think-
top 4, top 5 player, hands down. Dude, if you're looking at all-around stats, we're looking at assists, rebounds, and scoring. Absolutely great player. Just don't try to convince us and tell us you're the GOAT. Don't do that. I think you're a crybaby. I think you run your teammates out of the fucking locker. I think you got more coach fired.
He's the coach. What are you talking about?
He's the GM. Oh, we can't win with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Love's not that. You're the one that gave him that contract. You made them sign Tristan Thomas, the worst center in the NBA.
Right,
You
right.
made him give him that money.
because he has the same agent, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, give him like 17 mil. For what? That guy's a bomb, dude. 7-foot bomb. Then you see all the bad decisions, and then they're all on tradable contracts. By the way, I tried to play NBA Live. I tried to use that team. I couldn't get rid of those guys. I'd start the game over. So, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, this is terrible contracts. And then he goes, fuck it. I stuck you with these guys. Catch you guys later.
I'll
Kyrie
bet.
Irving was seeing that shit. Knew he goes, this dumbass is gonna leave me with these bums. I'm gonna eat this shit, this blame, and this guy's gonna go get a darker tan in LA. Kyrie's like, peace. See you the hell later, and left. And
The writing was on the wall.
absolutely, bro.
Yep.
He was like, oh yeah, I know. I see the future because we all see it. The rumors of him going to LA was every single day.
But to me, LeBron, just the fact that he went to Miami to play with these superstars of basketball players, then he brought in all these superstars according to him.
Well, he was,
That like
yeah.
Love and Tristan or whatever.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to do the same thing in LA. I can never, even if he wins 20 championships or another 4, surpasses Jordan, he could still never be above Jordan.
I think there actually is issues in LA. I don't think he can get anyone to play with him.
Absolutely not.
I
Nobody
hon-
wants
I-
to play with him.
And if you're gonna
Leonard's
go,
not going there.
Davis is going there. Anthony Davis.
not next year, bro.
Can't. New Orleans are not going to trade him.
I thought his contract was
Lakers.
over.
No, he
it's
still had a
still
year and a
one more
half when
year.
the trade was coming through.
Oop.
So he might get traded to Boston still because Boston has a shitload of draft picks.
Right.
So they're probably going to let it go before the draft, and then Boston will probably wow him a little bit because I would say they'll wow him, but if they give up Jason Tatum and those guys, that we're looking at a New Orleans team again.
What about New
The
York?
team only looks good if he joins them. It doesn't look good if you get rid of everyone and just put him there. Like, I never understood. Like,
It's like, hold on a second.
like-
It's like you show up at
it's
the
like,
party
yeah,
and
I wanted to,
everybody leaves.
yeah, I wanted to play with all these guys, but they went to my house when I went to their house. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I can't do this.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
So, but even then, okay, so he doesn't play for LA next year. He plays for LA the year after.
Right.
As slowing down as he is at this rate, really?
year.
He's going to win with LeBron James, not next year, but the year after? It's done, dude.
I
And
don't
if
think
anyone
we-
goes to LA, they're going to go to fucking the Clippers. They're actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
They have a shitload of money. They actually traded players to save money on salary cap, and they still can't lose.
Right. And they're looking at Harris. No, Harris they traded
Yeah.
away. But they're looking at Butler and Leonard. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Supposedly the guy.
Hold on,
some of
Butler.
I like Jimmy.
He's
Butler.
all right.
He's okay.
He's from locker room shit disturber.
He's a cancer in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Dude. Okay, Chicago isn't what Chicago used to be. He had to leave Chicago. And you didn't really hear much ruffled feathers. He hated Minnesota. And if you actually watch Minnesota play, Wiggins is a bum. You know what I mean?
What happened to him?
Yo, when Wiggins was supposed to got drafted by the Cavaliers, and then they traded him for Kevin Love,
Right.
I was like, why? You know, the young guy, fucking put him under LeBron's wing, and shit, man. Thank God I wasn't the GM because I would have screwed up. Straight up, man. Straight up. Wiggins is a bum. Karl Anthony Towns, dude, can get 40 points one game and then 18 the next. He's not consistent. What Jimmy Butler hated about Minnesota was these guys don't want to try. They're kids. They're millionaire kids. They don't give a shit. Jimmy hated it. And he hated, who's the coach? Jim
Practice?
Dipito or something, and they hated it. Dude, he used to coach him in Chicago. They didn't get along there. Why would you go to?
Right.
So that was the issue. Now he's in Philadelphia, which Philly I think is another weirdo of a team.
But Butler's there.
I think Butler's the good thing. I think Ben Simmons is the most overrated player in the NBA.
Yeah, there's
How-
a lot of hopes for him.
How could you not shoot at this? Like, he doesn't even have a mid-range shot.
So what does he have? He drives.
He drives to the net. He posts up, which takes the game away from Joel Embiid,
Right.
their best center, their best post-up guy. So when he gets in the post to dominate because he's 6'9", Joel has to go out there. But the funny thing about Joel dipping on the outside is he's actually a better shooter than Ben Simmons. You have to get rid of Ben Simmons. You need to get a true point guard in there.
Right.
The guy just doesn't fit that team or play a different position. Why you want to be a point guard when you're only useful in the post? You know what I mean? So, yeah, they have big hopes for that guy, and I still think he won the Rookie of the Year last year, and I disagree with that. I don't think he should have won Rookie. It should have been Darian Mitchell, that young kid from Utah.
So
That
hold
guy
on,
was
hold on.
phenomenal.
I know Clay Thompson is
Yeah.
his contract's up, and he's probably not going back to Golden State.
Absolutely going back Golden State because Kevin Durant's not going to be there. So that means he gets the ball more, and he gets the money he wants.
Still, right now, Golden State is still the team to technically beat.
Well, fuck, 5 All-Star players. I don't blame Cousins for going. I do not. You know, like I said, oh fuck, I hate how Kevin Durant went there. Cousins was like, fuck, I got a torn Achilles. He can still play on a good team,
Oh, absolutely.
and he can still produce.
Right.
But if he's too
His
sore,
value's gonna go up if they win.
but if he's too sore, he doesn't have to take the whole pressure like he did in
Right.
Sacramento.
Right.
So
What
I thought
was-
that Sacramento and New Orleans.
What's his latest injury?
It was his Achilles. He tore his Achilles
Oh,
last
that's
year.
the worst injury.
No,
possible.
he's re-injured.
He tore his ego, I think. I don't know.
He's on the bench again.
Destroyed.
No, some sort of ankle.
He just wanted to play 10 games so he could win the championship and get the ring.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? His
Why not?
value will go up. If you want to play somewhere else next year, he's got options. He's doing a 1-year deal, right?
It's a 1-year deal, $5 million. Yeah, it's a 1-year
I
deal.
thought it was $1 million, but yeah.
No, he got an okay money. But dude, 2 guys I feel bad for. I feel bad for him. Towards Achilles contract year. This guy should have been a max player. And little Isaiah Thomas,
What happened to him, man?
His hip.
LeBron.
his hip, played through his hip injury in Boston for the playoffs a few years back. Needed hip surgery. Boston ditched him because they're like, this guy's useless. Which I guess on a business move, it's the way to go. But as a moral way. It was the worst thing I've ever witnessed. And he goes to Cleveland, and he's useless there. And he goes to New York, and Denver even Denver left to let him go. But you know what?
Poor bastard.
This guy was jinxing himself the whole time. He kept saying, "Don't worry, the Brinks truck I wanted unloaded at my house." And he kept saying that he had pictures of a truck backing up. And then contract year comes up, and he gets his hip surgery.
You know who would be in the GOAT conversation today if he didn't get hurt? Derrick Rose.
No.
That's my boy, man.
No.
That MVP season he had, man. If he didn't get hurt, boys,
He's phenomenal.
he was amazing.
But he's no GOAT.
He was flash. He was hitting buckets from everywhere.
Did you watch a few games where he blew up, did well in
Oh my
Minnesota?
God.
And
Yes,
he felt good.
He hit 50. Right
And
now.
and you actually felt good for Buddy.
Yeah.
Like it was
He
a night.
cried that night.
Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it. I really liked it.
I love his intensity. He reminds me of Jordan. I want to watch
Oh,
the game.
man, I'll disagree. Don't get me wrong, dude. I think he's phenomenal. But who knows? Who will ever know?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We
I
won't know. He was 6'3", short little guy. He wasn't that tall,
He was good, man.
and he was.
That injury
controlling
did fuck
games.
with his head. It did fuck with his head. And
Absolutely.
it'll change the way you play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I roll an ankle and I'm scared to jump for a year.
I might be biased a bit. I'm short too, so I want the short guys to kick ass.
You,
know?
you did say he was 6'3", right?
a couple inches taller than me.
Couple? Yeah, almost a foot.
Really, guys, you're really, really, he's about 6'3" sitting down. Trust me, guys.
Speaking of that, and I'll talk about this real quick here. I saw that you can get these heel extensions that you can
I
put
saw you
your
in the
shoes.
commercial. Don't
Did
worry.
you see that?
Yeah, of course I
Gives
saw
you
that.
2 extra inches.
Yeah, but you put it on the wrong
I'm
end.
kind of curious.
Hold on. Have you not talked about some surgery that lets you grow a little bit more?
I believe there is a surgery where you can extend your legs, right?
But where were you going to add those 2 inches?
We're not going there, all right? It's the shoe. You put it in your shoe, and
I
you
saw
get
that.
2 extra inches.
Yeah, I know. And then you're about to get laid,
I
and
was
you take
back
them
then.
off, and she goes, "Where'd you go?"
That's okay. It's in
It's
the
too
bag
late
at that
now.
You're
point.
perfect. I just stay right there.
We're all the same height lying down, I guess, right?
That's it. At that point, you've sealed the deal. You're good to go.
Like,
Okay,
gotcha.
He's not that short. He's like around 5'7".
No, he's not,
5'8".
he isn't that short.
Anyways, we digress.
He's
Let's get back to
he's
where we
definitely
were.
not 6'3", is all I'm saying. If he was talking about short, like Isaiah Thomas was like what, 5'?
He's 5'9".
Oh, there you go. He's still
My
tall.
height.
Yes,
All
he
right,
is.
All right. I'm 5'7" and
No, he's not all you are. As long as you get those 2-inch lifts, you're
Right,
good.
there
And
you
you
go,
you
there
get
you
an
go.
Isaiah Thomas jersey, and you're good to
Nobody
go,
knows the
right?
difference. Nobody knows
Oh,
the
wait. I got that jersey upstairs. I can let you borrow it.
There you
What
go.
jersey?
That's it, Thomas.
Oh yes. Do you have a Sanchez jersey?
Oh, actually, no. It's an Irving
That's
jersey.
my boy.
I got
Oh,
one
boy.
I used to wipe my ass with, Sanchez. Carm, I just need to know.
I tell you, boys.
I just need to know what it is you're hard on for this guy.
You know what?
That's Mark Sanchez,
Yeah.
NFL.
NFL Mark Sanchez.
Last known to be
I
playing with the
envied
New
him.
York Jets.
I envied him. Okay, I tell you why.
Because you guys had the same type of hair at one point.
No. He played in New York.
The
all right?
Jets, yes.
The guy was partying all the time. He was having a great time.
So you're not a Gronk fan?
He's Gronk? No, I don't know. I don't like his style.
Yeah, he's a goof. Go ahead.
I don't like his style. Sanchez, he had that vibe. He was cool. He was suave.
So you liked everything about him
great time.
except his football skills.
I saw a little bit of the GOAT in him.
Oh my
boy.
God.
If he kept going, he was a young
Oh.
Joe Namath. Okay, he reminded me of Joe Namath.
Joe's a pimp.
He was a pimp, man.
Yeah, he was a pimp.
Right?
Yeah.
He reminded me of him, and
Yeah.
I liked it. It was entertaining. I wanted to watch him, and he had some pretty good games
Hold on,
at
hold on.
times.
Carm,
Hold
give-
on. We're
Lucky,
talking-
give me a second.
And then he got into much of the cocaine. All right?
Let me-
That's his problem.
You guys heard it first. Someone actually thought that Mark Sanchez looked like he could be a bit of the GOAT. You heard it here first. I've never, ever heard this in my
He
entire
had
life.
moments. He had moments where he
Were you
could
talking
have.
about college?
He could have broken out and been one
That
of the
guy led
greatest
the league
quarterbacks.
in nothing.
I know. No, he did.
Interceptions?
No, he got tackled by his own offensive line.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
bumped
he-
into him.
Yeah,
He-
yeah.
That's what he's known for, isn't
I
it?
know.
Let the
He
league
is.
get
People should
going into
YouTube
other
that.
people's butts.
Yeah.
He was drunk that game, guys. Okay.
New York did that to him, right?
Yes, it did.
That was an
New
accident.
York would do that. That's why nobody wins in New
But
York.
I've known you for a very long time. and
Okay, so how come the Giants win?
You know what? Eli's a different beast. Okay.
I just want to know.
You can't mess with
that-
the Mannings.
Okay.
You can't mess with the
What,
Mannings.
what about Sims? He won in New York too.
Who's Sims?
the old,
Sims?
yeah, one of-
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going back in.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
past
but
your
they-
time. We passed your time.
But
Yeah.
that was after me, Joe.
That was.
Yeah,
that
but
was-
Joe's a pimp. Joe's a pimp today. He's a
He
pimp.
is.
He's a little bit too drunk right now.
That's what makes him a pimp, all right?
Yeah. He was a beast, man.
Well, okay. Well, back in the day, you also had another favorite quarterback. It was Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake, plumber. Where is that boy? Oh,
He's the plumber.
He would chuck some interceptions every day.
This
man.
guy used to try to convince me to watch Jake the Snake play for what, Arizona?
Arizona.
I wasn't in St. Louis.
Cardinals.
No, then he went. Then he went to Broncos, I think.
Yes, for a little bit.
Holy
Threw a
shit!
couple
What a
interceptions, and he
terrible, terrible
retired.
quarterback.
Yeah, no, him too had.
That
some
guy owes you a few million
greatness
dollars
in
because
him.
you hyped him up
Yes.
for the longest time.
Like,
He
do
was
you,
a great player.
do you put bets on them for them to win in the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year?
No, I don't.
No,
Don't,
No, you
because
don't bet on your players or on your team.
no. But
Right.
if DraftKings was around, he would have been a big negative
Oh,
player.
Absolutely.
Negative 13 a game.
Yep.
Well, like you played fantasy one year.
He would have
Did you
been-
not draft.
He would have been free
Sanchez.
free on your lineup.
No.
Carm, is it true you met or saw a NBA player?
Oh yes.
In the Bahamas?
I did actually.
Who was it?
We saw three
Three.
NBA players actually. We were in Bahamas, the new resort they built there. Forget the name of it.
He's got cash.
And we were watching Cleveland play against Golden State.
Okay. Okay.
I think it was game 1 when LeBron choked in the overtime.
Okay. Well.
Well, Smith fucked up on the
Oh,
on the
got the rebound,
right?
ran it back to
Ran the
three.
other
Yeah,
way.
yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah.
I believe it was that game, or it could have been game 2. Anyways, we were sitting there, and the boys I was with saw this guy, and they were just chit-chatting with him. I don't know faces. I don't know the players' faces, right?
Yeah.
But you know Mike Juan. They all
Oh
know,
yeah, they're all over that.
They all know. And Juan was all over Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Where does he play now?
He plays Houston.
Oh,
right?
Houston Rockets. Yes.
Houston
yes.
Rockets. So we saw him just chilling there with his posse, had the whole corner. It was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, we're just standing there, and you see these two giant motherfuckers come by, and it's the Morris brothers.
Yeah, those guys are big. They actually look like two guys I don't want to fuck with.
Beasts. Like they're just.
Yeah,
what are
they're-
they 6'10"?
Yeah, they're like 6'8"
Twins?
probably. Yeah, they're twins. Yeah.
Twins, right?
Yeah. Supposedly they share the same bank account.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They're like really weird like that. Like they do everything together.
I guess they
They
either
started
can
to
go in.
Did you
and-
know they started in the NBA together? Phoenix Suns.
Really?
And then got traded, yeah.
Yeah. They both went to Boston.
Nope.
No.
One went to Boston, one went to Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw them down there. That was a great trip, man.
That's really cool, man.
It was. It
You
was.
take a lot of trips, Carm, or what?
You know what? I usually take one trip a year at least.
Favorite place?
Favorite place so far? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, and people may disagree with me here, but I love Cuba.
Okay,
And the
I have my reasons to love it.
I'll tell you mine.
And I got some fucking others reasons why I don't.
No, I'll tell you two key reasons. Look, I've been to many different places. I've been
Give
to
it to me.
Mexico, Dominican,
Yep.
Bahamas, Cuba. You know, I've been to many places down south.
That's right.
And the reason why Cuba sticks out to me is A, the beach,
Beautiful.
the sand,
Fucking beautiful.
the water. If it's so fresh, it's virgin,
It's beautiful.
right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. 2 is the vibe I get when I go into the town, when I see the people, when I see the vehicles driving.
When was the last time you were there?
I haven't been there in 5 years. So I heard
I was there.
it's changed.
2 years. 2 years next month.
Right.
And the time I went before that was a year and a half before. Right before Fidel Castro died. I was actually there when Donald Trump got elected.
Okay.
It was a Tuesday, November 7th or some shit like
Yep.
that. And when I went, that's the vibe I got the first time. Like everything was everything. The cars, the people, the vibe.
Cars from the 60s that look like they're brand new.
Dude, I
it's like
got
you're going back in time.
I went in
I
some
didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No, like not cars from the '60s. They look brand new.
Oh, dude, they look fucking phenomenal.
They're looking
no
great shape,
rust.
but no.
No, rest. No, because
there's
see,
no- there's no-
because you're spoiled. You're used to our vehicles. You're used to seeing the shine. The
No, I
I
know
see
what you're-
better cars in Acapulco.
no.
You must have been
They're
drinking.
beat up in Acapulco.
You must have
man.
been
The little
drinking.
Beatles?
Our
Beep,
cab
beep.
driver in Acapulco was using the emergency brake as a brake.
Yeah. And then, so what?
Let me tell you the story real quick. All right, I'm in the front seat. We're driving. We're young. We're partying. We jump in this little bug, driving to wherever we're going, and you know the cab driver's got his beats on. He's going crazy. He's driving. It's traffic, so he's going. He's stopping. Going, stopping. But when he stopped, he's using the emergency brake nicely, smoothly.
Okay. He's
Right.
gradually getting like he's
Gradually,
pressing it. Yeah.
gradually
He knows how to
lifting,
drive.
right? And I'm like, and then I start going, yeah, amigo, you know, why are you using the brake like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
He goes, oh, no brakes, no brakes. You got 4 people in the car. It was
Was I in the car?
A surreal experience.
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
know if you were
I
in the
don't.
car, but that was hilarious. Anyways,
But yeah, no, that's how I felt. Literally, I was like, everything was wild. Like Dominican, leaving the fucking resort in Dominican, you see nothing. It's fucking poor. It's garbage. You're probably gonna get robbed. Cuba is like, there's a whole culture when you left the resort, and it's fucking beautiful.
Absolutely.
So I couldn't wait to go back. Got a ticket. Hurricane hit it. I couldn't go. So I had to wait another 7 months. I go back, dude. I saw so many new cars with bigger screens than mine. No cabs cost twice as much as last time I was there. Service sucked. And I was like, it lost it. For me, it was like,
Right.
and I talked to some of the older people there, like, oh yeah, it was my 8th time being here. Because, old people go back. They're religious when it comes to Cuba, right? And they said they wouldn't go back neither. And it really legitly lost that mystique that it was phenomenal. Like I remember telling my dad, I got to take you there. I got to take you there. And now when I came back, I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm not taking you there. And what pisses me off is the resort food.
oh, the food's terrible. in
Could
Cuba.
someone bring them some salt and pepper, please?
Right.
Or a
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
cookbook?
there's no flavor.
It's off
That's the
off the resort. See, that's the thing that people tend to not tell everybody this.
Yes.
Yes, the food sucks in Cuba. Yes. Once you get off the resort, you might pay a few dollars, but the food's fucking phenomenal off the resort.
I agree.
Phenomenal.
I can't complain. When I was in the resort, I still got what I wanted.
And you're a picky guy.
You got
too.
Coca-Cola, right? And a poutine?
No, I got something Coke, but it did the trick. No, but my food was fine.
Havana Coke. What was
No,
it
because
called?
I told the people, hey,
Cola with a K. I remember that.
add the little seasoning, and they would bring it to the back. And
It's because you can speak their language. You got that little
Me,
edge.
and I was like,
Yep.
okay.
But Cuban women are way more beautiful than Dominican women.
They are.
Yeah, they were.
They are.
It absolutely was. But see, like
I love the way they dance.
See, I'll tell you my first trip ever, right? So Jess takes me to, he's like, first of all, I have no idea where I'm going. He was going to Dominican. I didn't know I was in Puerto Plata until I was in Puerto Plata sitting with the guy in front of him saying, you're in Puerto Plata. I was like, I don't even know where I'm going, right? So my first night there, we show up, and I don't know if you guys had the same experience as me. I got off the plane. It was like 9 o'clock, 9:30. Get on the bus. I'm fucking sweating. It's hot as balls, dude. I just left here. It's minus 30, you know? I'm sweating, and I'm starting to panic, but I'm looking around. No one else is, like, being a bitch like me, you know? Like, everyone else is just, like, taking the heat, and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to cry, you know? We get to the lobby, and I'm expecting it to be like a hotel, like in Ottawa, you know? And they're like, here, you open the fucking door, and there's AC. They don't have walls and doors there. So I'm in line sweating, and I'm looking at Jess. I said, fuck, I can't fucking take this shit, man.
I wish I was there for that.
Dude, you have no, I'm panicking. I'm fucking panicking. We go to a room. I turn on the AC. I open a couple beers in my fridge. Start to calm myself down, right? Cool myself off, you know, put on less clothes. We take a walk around the resort. You know those resorts get really dark. You can't really see shit. But I'm excited. First trip ever, man. Where are we going, you know? Where's the club, you know? And we go to their little local disco that's on the resort. And it's shit.
Always.
Fucking shit.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, man. So I asked the guys, like, is there something better? The guy goes, you know the casino right down the street over here? There's a nightclub. And a dude in a golf cart with a Batman outfit. I don't know if it was you, Los, but it was a Batman outfit. And it was a legit one. But in me, like, it's rubber. Like, there was like, how is this guy not dying, first of all, right? So he drives me in the back of the cart, takes me to the club. I get to the club, bumping, bro. Fucking lasers. You know, I'm a DJ, lasers, the sound. I'm all looking at that shit. But I start to get paranoid. So I'm going to grab my beer. I'm going to put my back up against the wall. So many people. All these girls are looking at me, bro. Like I was fucking Tom Cruise, bro.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yeah, I love this country.
Oh, yes.
They love big guys up in here.
They're loving you, weren't they?
Yeah. I get back to the bar area. There's a kind of a big lineup. And all I kept hearing is, do you like me? And I was like, no. And she wasn't even mad. The next one behind her, do you like me? I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm starting going, yo, Jess, fucking hookers. And he looks at me dead in the face and goes, no shit. So he's paranoid, right? So he's got his hands in his pocket because he has money.
So hold on. It's a casino full of hookers.
It's a casino, but inside the casino there's a nightclub.
Gotcha.
And his hands, he won't take his hands out of his pocket because he brought too much money, right? So I find the girl with the biggest fucking tits I see, and I tell her to bungo those shit on his face. So she walks over and she's smacking him in the face with these big ass titties, and he still won't take his hands out of his pockets, right? I can't stop fucking laughing,
That's
right?
hilarious.
And he's like, stop. I was like, do you like me? And he's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, you know? So whatever. The
can
cool,
see Jesse
but the
doing
cool
that.
thing is like, it's one of those resorts like where if you walk out this side, the one door, they can't follow you because you're on the resort.
Right.
And there's the public side, so they couldn't because if I did, I would have had a fucking lineup in my bedroom, right? But dude, I was there not even 3 hours. First trip of all time. I'm getting harassed by fucking hookers. So now I'm paranoid mode. You know, when someone's saying hi, it's like, what do you want from me, right? But it was crazy. The heat got to me, man. But my first trip ever was Dominican. It was Puerto Plata. I think we've talked about this. You might have
Yes.
been at the same one before.
Yes.
Beautiful resort. I didn't party as much. I drank. I didn't party as much. I was
The beach.
I was taking it in. It wasn't as nice.
No,
No, it wasn't. No, it's not Cuba Beach.
it's not Cuba Beach.
Not
And
Cuba.
it's not Punta Cana Beach.
Okay, see, that's I have a scenario. I went to Be Live Puerto Plata. Then I went up to Be Live Punta Cana. The resort's phenomenal, dude. I'm talking about this nightclub inside the resort's phenomenal.
Yeah.
1,000 rooms, shitload of people, bunch of pools, entertainment all day in line. Ugly ass beach, uglier than Puerto Plata, and it's because where all the boats pull in.
Okay.
So it's kind of muddy.
It's like the port.
Almost. So you have to walk a kilometer up to the left when you walk
Okay.
up to the beach. It's not. But this place is phenomenal. Where you been, Carlos? You been what? You been to Acapulco? You been to Cuba?
Yeah. Lately, you're Mr.
been-
International.
You been to
eh?
Nicaragua a few times?
I've been the most to Nicaragua because that's where I'm from, and my wife loves going back there, so
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
go back there. I can't complain except for what's going down. What's
Yeah, you guys
happening
have some
down
issues
there.
down there.
What
Which
is going on right now, Carlos? Is it?
I got no idea.
The
I thought-
family's okay.
I love how he doesn't know, but I went to another Carlos's house and they're Nicaraguan, and his dad told me about the whole thing. To break down what's going on in Nicaragua, is your people are fucking nuts. Anyways, no.
No,
It's,
they're
it's literally what Pablo Escobar tried to do. You know, it's the drug dealers that end up running the.
Okay.
But people are actually fighting back.
It's not
So you're
fighting
rebelling.
back. It's not fighting back. It's some stupid people. I just believe the country was doing good, and this president was getting it to better and better, slowly but surely. Every year, I went back, and every year it improved.
Yeah, you went back a few times, yeah.
And then, obviously, now they want to have riots and protest stupid laws and kill each other, kill the police, and that's
So-
pretty much it.
So you're not going back this year.
Oh, I should have been coming back. Actually.
Should have been coming back.
Yeah,
How
that's
was
it.
like your family? Are they being affected by any of this?
No, they know to go home at or be in their house before 6 o'clock. And
Jesus
they're
Christ.
So
fucking
there's a curfew.
right now. They're pretty much on lockdown.
What-
Because it started last
Can't
year.
wait to
You
go.
made it sound like no, everything's great, great.
No, no,
yeah,
it's-
So who do you believe, him or me now?
It started last year around April, and things cooled down. Things cooled down, and it was almost back to normal. We almost booked our ticket, and then because of wife permission with the doctor, couldn't fly.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
It ended up being a good thing because it started before. Like they were calling it like a year later for their anniversary. They were going to the ride stuff, but it started 2 months before that. So
See, I've never. You guys both been to Mexico. That's where I want to go next. But a little bit of the shootings are a little bit
Yes.
intense these days.
Cancun is a great place to go to.
You be,
Fantastic
yeah.
place. I've
See
been
that,
there a few times actually.
and the food's good. I heard too.
Food's great.
I know.
Great restaurants.
Yeah.
Again, the beaches are nice there too. Most of the times that I've gone, it was too wavy. So
Okay, so see, it's funny you said that because last time I was in Cuba, I could only get into the water 3 out of the 7
really, in Cuba,
in Cuba.
Ah.
High winds.
found Cuba more calm.
Even the first time I ever went, the first day we met a lifeguard there because us and the boys were kind of had a couple of drinks and the waves were kind of funny. And the guy's like, "Come back, get out." And I'm like, "Fuck you," You end up being a nice guy and their tour guide after, but it was good though, man. Or tour guide. So your favorite place?
Favorite place? So Cuba.
It's Cuba.
Cuba so far, I love Cuba.
Veradero.
Veradero.
Yeah.
Especially Veradero, yes.
You go on the strip, Beatles Bar, Cali
Beatles Bar,
62.
Yeah, I'd rent the scooters,
Oh,
go for a drive
Oh
down.
my God, those scooters. Okay, by the way, if you guys have to go back and you guys have to pay a deposit, I apologize. I apologize.
You told me about that.
I smashed the scooter sober. They don't turn very well. The first one wasn't my fault.
Oh, boy.
We're on Veradero. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's fucking busy. People are all walking around there, right? And, there's a fucking horse and buggy ahead of us.
Yes.
So we have to go to the other lane. So I let Jesse take the lead. And he looks like he's about to give her, right? And go in the next lane. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I look behind me. And I give her. But when time I turn, he wasn't giving her no more.
Oh, no.
And those roads are slick. I slammed on the brakes, dude. This scooter took a dive, bro. Like, I was like, oh, that thing, dude. My leg, it wasn't even scratched. The road is so soft, it made my leg soft. Like, I thought I was going to be bleeding to death or nothing. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get up. I'm like, oh, this not so bad, the damage. I'll pretend it wasn't me, you know? So a couple of days later, we go to this, like, fucking thing. We're trying to follow directions. I'm like, fuck, we got to turn around. So I'm trying to, whip. These things don't turn very well. So I'm turning. The curb's coming. I jumped off the motherfucker.
Joe, you have to record these things. All right?
Dude, evidence? Fucking evidence?
That is too
Dude,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
where's
gets
your
ghost.
GoPro?
The thing goes ghost riding into the curb. I just para para. And I'm like, oh my
And you're
god,
doing flips and all. I got to see that.
it was bad. So
I got to see
I get up, man, and now the damage is showing. Like now it's like, oh man, like, and I'm thinking like, do I buy this fucking thing now? Like, do I bring it back home? Like,
Right.
what do I do? Do I donate this shit? Call my buddy, the guy, the lifeguard, be like, I bought you a scooter. You know what I mean? So I'm getting all paranoid, right? So I drove the whole fucking thing around. But dude, I was smashed when I was driving these things. Perfect, 88 kilometers, dude. These things are great.
Right.
Don't turn.
No.
And don't go behind Jesse. First of all, you can't even see around him. No, I'm kidding. It was half his fault. No, fuck that, man. It was all his fault.
You hear that, Jesse? It was all your fault.
Jesse, it's all your fault, man. You should have gave him those 20 pesos for that scooter, not me. No, actually, it was the second accident. I fucked that thing up.
Oh,
Yeah, but those scooters are fun. They rent
great. And you know what? Another thing about Cuba is the people. The people are fantastic. And I'll tell you,
I don't think they are the second time
you
I
don't
went.
think so? Okay, so the one time that I went, we all rented scooters, a team of 6 or 8 of us. We
Oh.
went on the main strip in Veradero, right?
Yeah.
We parked, we went for dinner, had a good time, started getting late, it's
Yeah.
getting dark. We're like, okay, we're on scooters, our first time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's head back. So we all go jump on our scooters to leave. One of the scooters doesn't start. Can't get it to start. It's getting darker. We're kind of in an alley.
Yeah.
We're getting a little,
Sketchy.
little concerned.
Little sketchy.
little
You're
sketchy.
not
Oh,
home.
what's going on? You
Yeah.
know, we can't get it going. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this van pulls up and just like stops. Like an abrupt stop. We're in front of us. Like, oh shit, what's going to happen here? Back door van, the door opens in the back.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 Cubans come out. I'm assuming they're Cubans. they all come out wearing. They're all wearing like they all work at a hotel,
Okay.
like at a resort.
Yeah.
Right. Same.
Did
same outfits.
it need a kickstart?
They just come out. They're talking to us, but we can speak Spanish. We're not trying to understand. They're like, yeah, un momento. So
Idiot.
two of them grab the scooter. Two of them grab the scooter, flip it over.
Yeah.
We're like, what are they doing? Are they taking it apart and gonna steal it? I didn't know. We're just kind of just sitting back and watching. They're looking. Oh yeah, talking. Figure out what the problem is. One guy goes in the van, grabs a spark plug, comes back, takes it out, puts that one in, flips the thing over, starts it. Here you go, amigo.
Get
They
out.
jump in the van and leave. We're like, did that just happen?
Wow.
Yeah, just like that.
Well,
Roadside assistance.
the people were actually pretty nice because when we became friends with the guy from the lifeguard, right? The lifeguard, his name's Tony. Gave us his email. You know when he had the hurricane, so we emailed him after. He said of all the people he ever met, we were the only people that actually asked if he was okay. I was like, wow, dude, you're a good guy. He took us out on 2 big excursions, didn't rip us off. So I bought him, some clothes here at Winners and a bunch of shit and toothbrushes, and I gave it to him and his family. So he draws me a map. You understand this, right?
Old school.
Draws.
Yes.
No kilometer settings, nothing. First left. Like, dude, I'm driving forever in the wrong direction. So I go, buddy, I asked the Cuban, where the fuck is this? He looks at me and laughs his head off. I said, hold on a second. So I call Tony, and then I let them talk. He looks at me, he's like, you got to go way back the other way. And there's a toll booth, too, right? So the people from the toll, like, look at this fucking dummy coming back already, right? Pay the toll. So I finally make it into this fucking little, like, town. And these little kids are like, where are you going? So I said, right here. And these little kids pedaled their bike while I followed. They brought me there. So they are nice. I had to dodge a lot of fucking horse shit, though. Because it's all horse and buggies down there. It's
Right.
really like into the town. Like, it wasn't the Veradero strip. It's like actually like, and he has a little pizzeria on top now that he built it on his own and collected stuff and bought a pizza, had a couple of drinks there, had some pictures and video. Really cool. Like, the food is amazing there. But he says he gets a lot of the stuff imported from Spain. So if you go to a lot of the good restaurants in Cuba, that's where their food's coming from. But the resort is, I don't know. The best thing I had at a resort, it was
French fries.
It was actually a hot dog, and the woman goes, "These hot dogs are from Canada," and I said, "I know, they taste like Costco." Trust me, I've had these for $1.99.
And then you burped all night
oh,
long.
yeah, of course I did. But one of the funniest stories I've ever had I was in Dominican, and it's me, Jess, and Bam, and we did the
Talking
whole
about the flamingo.
yeah.
I love this. Dude.
We go to the catamaran in the morning. So I party till 4:30 in the morning. I slide in my room. They wake me up at 7:30, and we gotta go to this fucking boat thing. Anyways, the catamarans get on the big fucking boat. They're dancing like morons at 9 a.m. I look like a pirate, one eyes closed. Like I want to yell, "Sit down and be quiet," like. So we get on this island. We do this bunch. I got a massage. Ever thought about the massage?
Beautiful, huh?
Beautiful. She was pregnant, and I think she wanted me to be the baby father. So I lie down on this thing. All right. So Jesse's over there. Bam is sleeping. I put coconuts on him so it makes it look more legit. So I'm lying down on my belly, and this girl is massaging my legs, and her hand starts to get into my shorts, and her thumbs are hitting my ass crack, and kind of touching my balls. And then she starts to kiss me on the thing. But everything is like, what the fuck, And Jesse's dying of laughter. And she's like, you like, and kiss, kiss. And I was like, I look over and she's pregnant. I'm like, this fucking girl wants a baby father, She's like, want me to rub your feet? I'm like, stay away from my balls. I don't trust my balls in the heat right now, You shouldn't be putting your hands around there anyways, So we don't, whatever, she rubs her feet. Fuck, it was expensive, dude. It was like $80, $90 American,
Wow.
It should have been fucking $8, but whatever.
It's like child support.
It was like fucking, yeah, literally, yeah. She's like, for me and my baby, so whatever. So
Forget her tip.
oh fuck, yeah, she almost touched my tip. But anyways, so we're stuck on this fucking island. You can't. That's what I don't like about these things. Sometimes you're just,
You can't go
I
anywhere.
want to go home, know.
Yes.
So they take us to another place, and these fucking guys are liars, right? They're like, this is where they filmed the Pirates of the Caribbean. Look around, fucking right. Long story short, after I remembered going back a year later, and that's where they said they filmed the Blue Lagoon. I'm like, enough with your shit. You go to a,
We're like, we got a bunch of gullible people on the boat, guys.
these
Tell
white
them
folk,
anything.
these white folks are retarded. This is where they filmed Lost. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. So I caught it. Anyways, so they take a speedboat back. I'm the only goof without glasses, so I can't even pee because my eyelids are flipping inside out. So I'm on the boat cruise all the way back with my eyes closed. Eyes are closed. I'm like, this is so stupid. So I get on this fucking bus. I don't sleep in vehicles, right? I look back, the whole bus is sleeping. There's a guy sleeping, a stranger sleeping on Jesse's shoulder, bro. Like drooling, bro. And I'm laughing, right? So we finally get back to the hotel, and this is dinner time. We eat. Bam and Jess like, yo, we're going to bed. I was like, come on, man. You're not going to bed, are you? He's like, yeah, we're going to bed. So they pass out around 7. Bam goes, wake me up at 9. I looked in the fridge, and I had enough beer. It lasts until 9. So I'm drinking. I'm FaceTiming people. I'm making fun of them sleeping, a little gecko. I'm trying to throw it on the bed, trying to entertain myself till 9 o'clock. So I poke him. He's like, fuck it, I'm not going out. I'm like, screw this. I'm going out by myself. But I met a group from Calgary the night before for a wedding. So I get down there, and I see the groom's best man finally showed up. I guess he's from somewhere else. So I introduced myself, this and that, and there's some fucking old man beside me, and he's just like, yo, let's fucking steal this flamingo and throw it in the groom's room. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And the best man's all in on it. Let's do it. I'm like, well, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? I'm here by myself. I'm like, I'm going to come see this shit. So there's this pond. So the best man goes to the left. Me and this fucking dummy go to the right. And the dummy guy goes into the water. Splash, splash, splash. So this time I'm like, fuck, I should videotape this to be funny. But I'm like, if the cops fucking get us, I've just ratted myself out. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not videotaping this. The only common sense I had the whole week, by the way. So the guy gets into the water and he scares the flamingos at the end of the pond. But the best man scares them back to him. This big giant flamingo buddy runs right at him, and the guy clotheslines this flamingo. This thing, pow, splash, dead. I'm like, oh my fuck. Clothesline.
Okay, picture this.
No, you have no idea. Like, this thing's neck. You understand how big a flamingo's neck? It's not clotheslining a 200-pound man. A fucking flamingo neck. Like, on this thing, I'm like, he killed this fucking bird. This bird gets up.
What made him think to clothesline it?
Instinct, maybe? The fuck else? You have a fucking bird coming at you.
Would you swing at him? Would you
I would have probably pissed. I don't know.
clothesline?
Clothesline. I don't know. It ran. I didn't even know who I was scared for at the time. I was like, oh, fuck, this thing's coming fast. Clothesline drops the fucking bird. He starts to walk out slowly. The bird gets up and starts going, ah, ah, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Lights are going on everywhere, dude. This is like 10:30 at night. I'm like, get the fuck out of the water. So he gets out of the water, and you can see me and this guy walking in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's us. Like, there's no path. There's no, like, oh, these guys might. No, it's us.
They did it.
It's us. So I'm looking at the guy. I go, what the fuck, dude? Like, he says to me, the small one is a lot smarter than the big one. I'm like, that's what you got to say to yourself? So I go back, I tell people what the fuck he did. People don't believe it. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, I almost killed the fucking flamingo. So the next day, I see these fucking guys again, right, from the wedding. I said, where's the flamingo killer? Where is he? I'm like, who is that? Like, what do you mean, who's that? I'm like, well, is he not a part of your wedding? They're like, we don't even know who the fuck that guy is. I'm out with some other rando killing fucking birds, thinking he's a part of this group, Like, I was like, what the fuck, man?
That's hilarious, man. You should have got that on video, Joe.
Are you crazy?
Even if you had to spend a few nights in jail over
A few
there,
nights, a bird,
that's
a
worth
fucking
it.
tropical bird?
That's worth it, man.
Jesus Christ. I pulled it out and I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't. Like, trust me, there's a lot of things I should have on video.
Right.
But if I had a lot on video, we wouldn't be having these conversations.
Absolutely.
But
That's
yeah,
a great video to have.
Dude, you ever watch a flamingo get fucking clothesline?
No.
Dude, okay,
I
can
would
I
love
tell
to
you?
see
Can,
it.
can I tell you honestly something?
Yes.
So I went back 2 years ago. There's only one flamingo left, eh?
Is the neck bent?
Oh no, I think it's the little one. He's smarter.
The smart one.
It's the smart one.
That's awesome, man.
It really So I come back to my room at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm fucking waking up the guys. "Oh, fucking flamingo." So I go back to sleep. So now they wake up and they're like, was Deuce in here talking about a fucking flamingo? So now they're waking me up and I'm yelling, shut the fuck up, I'm sleeping. And
Payback's a bitch.
and don't share a room with fucking Jesse. This
Okay.
guy will somehow set the thermometer at -10.
That's my type of guy.
No, it wasn't cool. So me and Bam,
that's
before
hilarious.
we had to go to bed, we had to go get towels and shit and wrap ourselves in it and then get underneath the blankets. And he's yelling at us, "You guys are fucking exaggerating." I'm like, "Nah, dude. I had to wake up to thaw. I had to go out in the sun and thaw out."
You needed a scraper?
I fucking hate sharing a room with him, bro.
That's hilarious.
Fucking
man.
ridiculous.
Oh, that's crazy.
Any trips coming up though, or?
No chips for me, man.
Yeah?
Not this year.
No, I know it's tough. It's tough for me this year.
It's a tough year. It's
think
a good busy year for me, man.
I got a family trip organized for the January 11th of next year coming up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Yeah. Take them out again. They want to go to the same place. I don't mind it. It's fun as hell. It's fun. The food's great. It'll probably be my 3rd time there. I think it'll be my last time there, though. It's going to be like, enough's enough. I'm doing it more for them.
Right.
But after that, I'm going to
Try something new.
Yeah, it's going to be like, okay, this might have been the best one I've been at, but there might be something just as good or better somewhere else. I have to. I like the experience of going somewhere new and be like and the exploring. Right. When you take your family, you have to go somewhere you've been.
Right.
Ma, pops, the fucking things over there, everybody, the things over there, the washrooms are here, the bar. Because I don't need them to bust my balls for 2 days going, where the hell is this rat? Nick, you don't want to do that, right? So, but when I'm there by myself or with some other guys or whatever, I don't care trying something new, right? So, but like I told you, I wanted to go to Cuba. I wanted to try Starfish. It's right across the street from Beatles Bar and shit. Walking, because I cabbed away so fucking much last time. It was ridiculous. Bro.
It is.
I
Oh, yeah,
paid.
and you said it's expensive.
I
now.
paid so much money. That's even with the scooters. The scooters I paid $100 for 3 days.
Right.
Wasn't bad. Saved me a lot more money on cab because I had more freedom, right? But the funny thing is when I brought back the thing, they were closed, and then they saw Jesse walking. They're like, "Your friend, the scooter," and Jesse's like, "That's how he had it," So Jesse goes back to the
That's
room.
hilarious.
He's like, "Man, the guy's looking for you." I was like, "Oh fuck, all right, cool." I was like, "What does he want?" He's like, "He only wants 20 pesos." I'm like, "That's it." I was like, "Well, I'm not going to avoid him for 20."
Right.
Well, I kind of did anyways because I didn't go out of my way, but I never end up paying it. So if you guys need to pay deposits from now on, my bad.
Thanks, Joe.
But it works. They still work great. They
still work.
take a beating and
They
keep
still
on
work.
ticking, man.
No, I'm on this tip lately. When I go on way now, I'm looking for excursions. I'm looking for.
Are you looking for? You're looking at because yeah, you're right. But you're not looking for excursions through the resort, are you?
No. I'm looking to
There's not the
do a safari in Africa.
Yeah, like not okay. So okay.
Go swimming with great whites.
Yeah, count me out.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, you guys want to do this? With me?
Absolutely fucking not.
We'll go to South Africa. We'll go to Seal Island. That's where all the biggest great whites are. They hang around. They chill.
Yeah.
Like
We'll dip in there in a cage.
Flying jaws. is
in
there
a
too.
fucking cage.
You see 18-foot sharks.
I don't know if you haven't been fresh meat to the ladies lately,
Oh.
but I'm not doing it with fucking sharks, bro.
Oh my God! I went swimming with sharks. I told you this, did I not?
I don't
In
know.
Florida, I went swimming with sharks. They were small.
Last shark I had was a lawyer. Go ahead.
Well, these sharks were 8-foot sharks. They were friendly sharks. We went in the water
Christ.
with no cage.
Fucking Aquaman over
No,
here.
You went in the thing with no cage.
You were with him?
No,
No, I
thought
was
it was
with I was with a friend of mine. You know him, big guy, 6'4".
Yeah.
Fata.
Founder everywhere.
I had to convince him to come with me. He didn't want to go. He thought I was nuts.
Well, yeah.
And I got him to go, and
Oh my
and
God.
we go out 50 kilometers out in the the.
So if they're attacking you, you have to fucking swim for fucking 50 kilometers to even like.
But it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. The water is crystal clear. It was hot.
So Carlos,
the water was
Klaus,
warm.
the water's so clear you can just start eating right away.
I could see everything.
I want to get chewed up when I can't see nothing. I don't want to know it's
Listen,
coming.
It was
you know?
it was an amazing day. You could see
the same
20,
waters of
30
Cuba.
feet.
Yeah,
Same ocean.
I know, but I don't want to be like there's sharks over there, so let's go.
Well, look, 20, 30 feet down, you can see. You float in the middle of the ocean. You
I
can't see
know.
land.
Why is
You
that?
float because the salt.
Salt
it's
water.
salt,
Yeah, that's what I
right?
was. Okay.
And it was warm too.
Yeah,
so
it is. I know.
I guess
The-
the salt rises.
The ocean water is so fucking beautiful.
Oh, amazing, dude. And we jump in the water. Actually, the tour guy
Yeah.
jumps in. Him and his lady friend that was with him doing.
He
the
rubbed a
tour.
little bit of blood on you guys.
And they're
Chucked
like,
you in there.
they're like, we'll go in first. We're not going to use our cage today. It's okay. We're going to jump in, and then you guys come in after. And everyone that came on this
Yeah.
trip was like, we're not going in there. So everybody's on the boat. They're in there. They're like, yeah, don't worry. So what he did is he put a crate of dead fish and dropped it 20, 30 feet down on a rope. And
No.
all the fish start coming, and you can see from the boat there's a bunch of fish, right? Or whatever, large, big fish. You don't know what it is.
Yeah, of course you don't know what it is.
So 20 minutes, we're like, you know what? Let's go in. It's no big deal. There's nothing coming up. They're
Well,
all
it's
down there.
because the bait wasn't big enough.
But dude, we finally go in. You get the courage to go in. We jump in. We look down, dude. You look at the crate, and you got swordfish. You got tuna. You got
Really?
sharks. You got every kind of fish just attacking it. It was something to see. It was amazing. But it was 20, 30 feet down.
How much was it? The
trip-
excursion.
The excursion was, I think it cost us about $150 each.
Okay, for something like that, yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
For to kill yourself, that's not
But
bad.
here's where it got scary. Okay, this is where I almost shit my pants. Is we're getting comfortable now.
Yeah.
Right? We're all in the water. There's a rope that we can hang on to. And then what the guy decides to do is get the chum, the dead fish,
Yeah.
in his hands, break it up, and he starts going. He just starts throwing it around us. So we're in there. I was like, "What's this guy doing?"
What'd you say to him?
Great. You got your mask on. You're underwater. You're like, "Brr," you're trying to talk. You can't.
Oh
hear
yeah,
you.
he would fucking
So
hear
I
me.
just swim back to we all swam back to the boat. Like, what's this guy doing? So we're hanging on by the boat, and the sharks start coming up, dude. And these sharks are about 8 to 10 feet.
And
long.
where was this again?
Florida.
Okay.
Okay. Now this dude, okay, and I shit you not here, this guy starts dancing with these sharks. So supposedly, when you flip a shark upside down, you touch its stomach, it goes in like this state.
Okay.
It just kind of freezes. And he's grabbing the tail and he's dancing with it. Like, this guy's nuts.
Well, yeah.
And he's waving at us, come over, come over. And I said, you know what, I'm here.
Oh, get the fuck out.
You know,
What kind of shark was it again?
let me get. So there was Silcos and there was black tips. So again, they're not known to bite people, but they look like sharks, guys. So it's a scary fucking look.
Yo, after I watched the movie Jaws, I don't give a fuck about
You know,
anything.
that's a great white. That's
And
double the size.
And I'm great white, so I don't want it.
But we went in. All of a sudden, you see these sharks coming towards us. So I got one shark coming dead for me. Actually, let me back up. I was turned around, and I was hanging on the boat.
Yeah.
And my friend Adam was on the boat. And he goes, Carm, don't freak out. But it's coming right at you. I'm like, what? He's like, don't freak out.
When the fuck did Don't Freak Out ever work?
It's coming right at you. So I'm hanging on the boat, so I let the boat go and I drop down and I turn around with my goggles and I see a shark coming at me. Like dead for me.
God damn, man.
I'm like, what do? I don't know what to do. I put my fists up like I'm gonna fight it. Okay.
Would you do this, Los?
In the cage.
In
I'm
the
only
cage.
in the cage.
Well,
But you know
can
what?
you use the one of the cage you're at home?
You know what though? You know what was gonna kill me at that moment? I was backing up.
Yeah.
I was
The
backing
boat
up underneath the boat
propeller.
and it was choppy.
Oh wow. Oh
And
shit.
it's a 35-foot boat.
Yeah.
So it hit my head, but I was deep down enough that it just kind of just
Just knocked
my
it.
head,
Okay.
right? And the shark just came by and just kind of grazed me, and its skin is like this like rough leather. It was.
And you want to now? You want to do this in Africa?
I want to do it in a cage. I want to see great whites.
Okay.
I would love to see it. So
Ca-
you're in. You're coming.
Count me absolutely out.
That's not good.
Dude, I want to. I'm a different type of trip guy. Like, take me to England and throw me in a pub and pick me up in 7 days. See how many scraps they've been into.
Is there like
You know?
a?
Well, that's the kind of fun you're looking for,
Is
right?
there a
That's what I
suit-
like.
That's what you want to do,
Is there? A
But I didn't ask you
suit?
to come with me because I know you won't like it.
all right?
Does Marineland or
I'm gonna
any
be the
other
one
kind
getting
of
stepped
suit
on.
have great whites on display?
Marineland
Yeah,
on display?
yeah, like
I don't know.
in their own suit.
Do you know they try to put great whites in like Marineland, and like
I,
great
think, I,
white,
I, I don't like. I don't like that shit.
like killer whales. They
Yeah.
can't. They die.
I didn't like. I watched.
don't
You know,
last.
I saw a thing when I was in Punta Cana. I was like, what the fuck's that cage thing in the middle of the ocean? It's where the dolphins are and stuff.
Yep,
That's so sad. I don't like
It
that.
is.
I don't like that.
it is.
I didn't know people, and you know what? When I see people now with pictures of dolphins, and I know it's from there now, right? There's no respect there. I don't like that shit. That shit's just gross. But that's your next type of big. So if I said, what's your next big adventure? This is it.
I would like it to be yes.
Wow.
What about China?
China would be a great experience as well too.
I would only go to China if I know I have a business deal with them.
The next empire.
Like if you needed like, I don't know, keychains made or some shit. You know, like you have
Yes.
an idea, and then I go to China.
Yep, absolutely. You can do it. You could do personal and business, right?
Well,
Make it a mix.
I would. Well, yeah, that's the only way I would go to China because I have no interest. Like you know,
No offense, no interest in going to China.
no interest.
I
No.
would die
I
of
would love to see
starvation.
it. I would like to.
Oh, your pickiness,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, I would die of starvation. I won't be eating no cockroaches.
Like
Says you're eating
I know this guy's like the only thing on the menu is cockroach.
Oh, sorry, grasshoppers or crickets.
They just have a variety of tastes, different tastes than we do,
And they're in better shape than us, so
I
they
would
must be
die.
doing something right.
right?
Just stop being a bitch and eat it.
I would die. That's all.
Stop being a bitch and eat it.
How about just don't travel there?
God damn. And what's your next big trip? You're going back to Nicaragua?
No, probably Toy Story Land in Florida.
Oh,
That's fun.
yeah.
The Chico Man loves this Toy Story. I gotta bring him there.
So is that a whole family?
So you
trip?
do know when
Oh,
he's full.
you're fucking crazy.
You do know when you are one son of a bitch.
You really want to leave me broke?
So it's gonna be the three of you, or four of you?
Not four. Yeah.
Interesting.
What an asshole. You're an asshole.
What if
Children
the other
under
kids
2 don't
wanna
have
go
to
too?
pay.
Oh yeah, so this I look. I
that's
look
why
at
I
no, no,
get it.
no. He's right. He's right. Children under 2 don't have to pay, because the fucking memories they will have at the ages under 2 are going to be 0.
I'm gonna put a GoPro on them and they can walk
You know what I'm
around.
saying?
It's true,
Yeah, let's
You know-
pay this money. I can only afford for 2. They will not fucking remember it.
right?
So technically, the trip's for him.
Yeah.
Any comments
Right.
there, Los?
Olivia's saving money to go to Disney World.
Yeah, your daughter's rich, man.
She might be coming along too.
You should try to borrow money from her every time I see her. She keeps saying no. You know, I don't like that shit. You know,
She's a good kid, man.
I don't
Good
know.
kid.
But that big adventures like that, I don't know. I've always wanted. I like.
Safari in Africa.
No,
Go see the lions.
no,
I got these crazy thoughts. I'd like to jump out
no.
of the
We're
vehicle.
taking the internet away from you from now on.
You know what? I saw this documentary once. This guy was laying in the grass with a roll of toilet paper in his hand, and he was controlling the lion with that roll of toilet paper.
Well, I thought he needed to wipe his ass
Caesar,
after.
Caesar.
What the fuck? You
Caesar,
know?
the lion tamer over
You
here.
got to see this, all right? With a roll of
I
toilet
don't want
paper.
to see it.
And I'd like to do something like that.
Because, like, you know, like if you actually died in Africa, I won't give a fuck. Eh?
You know
I
what?
don't feel bad for you.
I die a happy man.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
Just leave me in
That
your
would be
will.
Fantastic.
No, I don't want your will. You don't have enough money yet.
No,
you have too much
not
debt.
yet. That's right, Carlos. So you're gonna be number one on my will, bud.
Yeah, too much debt. Fuck.
Too late.
I can't even take his car. You'd be like, take over the payments. You know,
Yes.
it's a nice car, but the lease is mine now. You know, that's cool. I know, but I just think I love the England accent. I thought it's always hilarious. I think I could be
Oh, it's
told
great.
I could be told off there without getting angry. You know, you fucking wanker, and I'll be like, yeah, I am. You know, give me another pint. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. You know,
But when you go that like when you fly out of the plane and you have like no parachute, it's just your suit. What is it? Squirrel jumping?
it's called there's a terrorist in your plane. Fuck.
No.
Squirrel?
What do you mean? I know.
It's a
Yeah,
flying
yeah.
squirrel thing.
No, but how the
Right,
fuck do you
sure.
land though?
I don't know. He can find
I think
out.
it's soft landing kind of thing, right? You kind of like a plane almost.
Yeah,
right?
he lands right in the
You
water
glide.
with the great
You
white.
glide in. You glide in. That's what you do.
The fuck are you guys?
Why do you start there before you go playing around with like?
What? You want me to do that?
By the looks of it, you're finding ways of
If you
killing
survive
yourself.
that, you'll survive anything.
Jeez.
You want to go to the safaris
are you
and play
fucking
around with
serious?
the lions?
Are you serious?
With the roll of toilet paper?
I don't know. I just
We don't even know how he lands yet, and then you try that first.
There's classes.
See, that's skydiving. I like to do. I like to try that.
Okay, guys. You guys know me most of my life. I got lucky in a lot of ways. So I think my luck bar. I think there's a bar of life, and it's very low right now. I can't do shit like that no more, eh?
Your 9 lives.
Whatever,
that's what
man.
I
I'm
do.
like a video game, you know. I'm at the red. No, I'm at the red, and I find if I go skydiving, my red's gonna disappear. It's gonna be fuck it. And I don't need to
Red
live
the
that
limit,
much.
eh?
Yeah, well, I did a lot of fucked up things in my life, and my adrenaline's been up 1,000 times more than everyone else, and you know, because I can't say I did not live an exciting life, so I can see why people do that. Their lives was shit their whole lives, so let's jump out of a plane and get a little bit of that high, you know? I'm done with that.
We know, Joe. You got to be good to be lucky, right?
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
I'm not skydiving. I don't give a fuck. And bungee
I
jumping.
think we should go skydiving.
Bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping. I'm not. As
I'm 280.
excited about that.
I'm 280. That means that rubber is going to work a little bit better
Yeah.
for you
Yeah.
than it is going to be for me.
Hold on. Bungee jumping. I'll give you an example, right? So the wife on my birthday decides to give me a nice surprise, and we're driving, and she goes, "That's where they do bungee jumping." I'm like, "That's where I won't be today." And she's like, "Yeah, that's where we're going." I'm like, "No."
Fuck off.
So either way, we keep on driving, and then we pass the resort or the place. I was like, "Oh, okay, great." So then we go to zip lining, and I don't give a fuck
too big
what
for
you
that,
guys
too.
say. I went on one, and then I looked down, and I said, "I don't go on another one."
Really? It wasn't exhilarating. It wasn't.
But when I'm going across like
Pussy.
100 feet,
Right.
and like 100
You're
feet,
crying the whole way.
oh man! But I never see like they basically. I walk back down. My wife continue. I think.
Your wife continued.
Yeah, my wife continued.
The one that wears the pants in the family.
There's video of that. We got that on video.
Really?
And
Well,
you,
how come we haven't seen that video?
Oh, I'm sure she's showing you.
we're gonna, no.
Like you walking out like that? I saw the video. You went on the zip line.
I
Well,
want
on
it.
a zip
'Cause-
line, but
yeah,
the-
yeah,
but-
yeah.
but
I
the
want it because
instructor had
I
to
want to
go
add
on
it.
me.
I want to add it to the podcast at the end of the
Yes.
at the end of this.
That was really. I was like, no, I would not bungee jump. I would not fly out of an airplane.
See, they try to get me to do weirdo shit, right? But they're like, and especially like those countries like Dominican, they're like, "What's your weight limit?" And I'm surpassed that because those guys are so little, right? So I get out a lot of that shit. But the only thing I didn't understand in Dominican is they want me to do horseback riding. Have you seen how small these fucking horses are?
Again,
They're
I'll
all
have to
muscle,
do
they're
it
all muscle.
and take a video of it.
I will
please.
crush the cocksucker. Then I'll have to carry it.
Can
They're
you please
muscles.
do that?
Yeah, sure. Why
That'd
not?
be hilarious.
I was like, I looked at it. I'm like, man, feed this thing a protein bar or something. Like this thing is like, it's like looking at me with fear. Like, not him. Don't give me him. You know. And I'm going, what the fuck is
I'm bigger than you.
animal cruelty? Like at its finest. There. You know. You know.
Oh, that's
Like I went to this one time.
Was
we
that
did.
on the beach?
I don't fuck. It was a part of an excursion package.
Right.
I did the one, but I didn't do the rest. It was 3 things, but I did.
Okay.
So Jesse says he wants to do the waterfall, jumping off waterfalls, which I don't like that fucking shit neither, right?
Belly flop.
Jesse wanted to jump out of waterfalls?
Yeah, Jesse just loves jumping. He loves to splash, and he loves how everyone claps. This guy made the biggest splash ever. We have that on tape, bro. You can ask him himself, dude. He went in the water. It wasn't even a splash. It was. You ever seen this thing where it goes in the water and then there's a big blast afterwards? But anyways, we go. This guy kills it. This guy will jump off anything. Jesse don't give a fuck. Off the boat. So we go. Well, they didn't mention it in the fucking little brochure. Like an hour hike with these shitty shoes with rocks everywhere. So we're walking for fucking hour. Well, it felt like 2 hours. Could have been a little bit shorter. Dude, I'm on vacation. Walking is not a part of my vacation. I want to do nothing. So I walk up this thing, and the water's running water. It's cold as fuck, right? And I remember I signed a waiver on the way there. I didn't read the fucking waiver. I never read a waiver in my life, right? And these people start to jump. Motherfuckers, I don't trust this water and how deep it is and these rocks. And so I go last, and I kind of slide off a little bit. I'm like, fuck this. So after like the 3rd waterfall, this one girl goes, man, you know, we met these girls. Like, you always go last. I want to see who's going to die where first to not jump there. Because I think in the waiver was we roll your body to the side of the pool or the water and we leave you there. Because that's what I signed. They're not going to carry me back. There's no horses that are going to pull me back. So, like, these things are scary, bro. I did not jump. I just slid like a fucking fairy with a little kid. I was kind of hoping, like, someone would bail so I can, like, I'll take them back for you. You know what I mean? You know? Like, I was going up this mountain, dude. The funny thing about it was I wanted to give up all the time. There's a 60-year-old lady in front of me, I kept saying to myself, when she stops, I'll stop.
She beat you, didn't she?
Fucking bitch never stopped. Never. Not once.
Yes.
Not once.
Yes. I want to see these things.
The fucking ego in me. I had to keep up with a 60-year-old lady.
Yes.
Jesse was an hour and a half behind us.
Oh boy.
We took a huge break. He's walking up, huffing and puffing, yelling, "This fucking bullshit." And the guy goes, 5 more Dominican minutes. And just like, "I'll show you 5 more Dominican minutes." And then the best line of the whole trip goes, "You want to see some waterfalls?" And he goes and takes a piss. And it's actually on video. Like the video that they sold us, someone took a picture, or there's a video of Jesse, like the back of him while he's taking a piss. Dude, the whole place bought it. Hey, everyone bought this video. Yeah. And it's Jesse taking a piss. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
The
man.
water was good. Oh, but the best part about this excursion is I end up going back on the bus to go back, and they're taking us on a little tour. And then, shouldn't get into too much detail, but I found their Dominican dark rum on the bus, and I started getting the bus fucking annihilated. Right? And then, I started becoming, Joey Jerkoff over here, right? Making fun of people and making fun of the tour guide. And, I saw a German guy, so I asked him a few Hitler questions that were a little bit inappropriate. Oh, yeah, dude, the whole bus is dying. They're taking selfies with me, bro. Like, it was insane, right? So
You were that guy.
I was that guy. I go to tip the fucking the tour guide. He doesn't want my money, dude.
No.
He doesn't want. People are asking.
You got to really piss him off. For
Dude,
that.
he didn't want my cash. I was like, "Oh man," dude, the whole one's like, "Yo, what resort do you want? We're gonna come party." I'm like, "Meet me on the beach." Dude, so I get back at probably 3:30 in the afternoon, right? I pick up a drink, straight to my room. I don't remember fucking nothing. I wake up, there's a puke bucket beside my bed, and my clothes from the door to my bed off. I wake up, I have no idea what time it was. No. It was dinner time. I didn't sleep that long, but that short of time, that's how I got licked. And their dark Dominican rum is beautiful. It's so smooth. But yeah, I fucked up that bus ride pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I did. I was so.
You got some stories, man.
Oh my God, I did some bad things on that trip.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, yeah, and that's the non-detail of me and the German guy. I think he still liked me after. I'm not too sure.
Probably.
I gave him the German
You
gang.
always find a way
I
for
gave him
them
the
to like you
German
in the
the
end.
German gang sign. It was fun though.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It was
Yes,
fun shooting the shit with you,
yes, it
man.
was-
Lucky
it
Lou.
was a slice, man. Thank you.
Hopefully to get you back on.
Yes. Absolutely.
I want to next time I get you on, I want to talk to you about how it is to be a landlord.
Okay.
I'm extremely curious
Yes.
because on the surface it looks easy, but I really believe there's some stress to that. I really do.
Yes. Absolutely.
I really lucky Lou. Thank you for coming
We'll
on.
get into that for sure.
And Los, you're stuck with me, my co-host.
Yes.
Yeah,
Quiet
Good
night.
man.
quiet night.
Just don't want to talk too much, or else my throat will go.
His throat will go. And we were very lucky. We were very privileged. You didn't talk too much, right? All right, peace,
you,
guys.
Carlos.
Thanks for shooting the shit tonight, man. Have a good night.